So today we will be looking into the structure of lactose, right? So let's look what is lactose basically. Lactose is a disaccharide. Lactose is disaccharide. It is a polymer of glucose and lactose, right? And I okay, so this lactose is basically known as nerve sugar. This lactose is known as nerve sugar. It is present in the cerebrocyte. Actually, it is present in our brain in the cerebrocyte. It is present in cerebrocyte, basically in our brain. This lactose, which is known as nerve sugar. So today we will looking into the structure of lactose. So basically we are having two type of lactose and two type of glucose, basically, which are alpha and beta. So I hope you know the concept of alpha glucose and beta glucose, alpha galactose and beta galactose, right? So first of all, let us draw the linear structure of lactose, right? Linear structure of lactose. This is the linear structure of lactose. Okay, galactose formula is same as of glucose. Actually, these both are diastereomers, right? These both are epimers, basically. C6H12O6. These both are actually epimers. Okay, so C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and here we have C6. Actually, in galactose we are having the aldehyde group, which is like this. Okay, here we are having H, and here OH. Okay, in carbon number 4 we are having H in this side and OH at this side. Here it is OH, H, and again over here we are having OH, H, and H. So basically this is the linear structure of galactose, right? Okay, now let's form the ring of this galactose, right? So over here we are having, okay, this is the oxygen. Basically here we are having carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5, and here carbon number 6, right? Carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6 over here. So let's look into this. Here what happened, actually, the second last carbon, which is carbon 5, OH, went to this group, right? So over here what it formed in OH, we said that this is beta galactose. What does that mean? That OH will come upside here H. If the OH is on the upper side of the carbon 1, that is known as alpha. If the OH is in the downward side, that is known as beta, right? OH upward, downward H, which means it is beta. And in lactose we use beta galactose, right? Over here carbon number 2, let's look at the structure on carbon number 2. OH is the right side, so it will come like this, right? Over here you can see in carbon number 3, right side we are having hydrogen. So over here right side hydrogen, and this OH, same as in carbon number 4, H will come here this side and OH like this, and carbon number 5 OH, H, it will be CH2OH, it will be. So this ring structure is basically known as This is known as beta lactose. This is known as beta lactose. I hope this structure is clear to you. Now let's look into the linear structure of glucose, right? Glucose, right? So over here we are having carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and here carbon number 6, right? So as we know, this glucose is the aldehyde group, OH, 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 and OH over here too. Here it will be H. Sorry, it won't come here because valency is already full. H, OH, H, here H, and over here CH2OH, right? And here we are having this. So this structure is known as linear structure of glucose. Linear structure of glucose, right? So now if we are having this linear structure, let's make the ring structure of glucose, right? So over here we are having oxygen atom. This is known as carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5, and here we are having carbon number 6, right? So OH, we want beta glucose, so OH will, so we want beta glucose, so OH will come OH, H, this is carbon 2, so here OH will come this side, here H, carbon number 3, H will come here side, and OH, again OH over here H, here OH, again here OH, H, here CH2OH, right? So this is basically the structure of glucose, right? This is the ring structure of, this is known as beta glucose, right? Now let's make the structure of lactose. I hope this actually before making the lactose, you should have the basic concept of ring structure of beta galactose and beta glucose, right? So now let's make them. So over here, let me draw first of all lactose, right? Here let's make it. So here you can see here this is oxygen, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5, this is carbon number 6, right? Oxygen, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5, and here carbon number 6. Okay, let's place them. Here OH will come here upside, H over here. Okay, let's first name them. This is beta glucose, and this is beta galactose, right? This is beta galactose. Over here, as you can, glucose, here H, here OH, here it will come OH, wait a minute, right? Over here carbon number 4, OH will come this side and H this side. Here CH2OH, and here OH and H. This is the glucose, right? Now let's make this lactose. OH will come upside and H downward side. This C2H will come over, OH will come like this side, H, H, OH, H, OH, OH, H, CH2OH, right? So what will happen, basically the process of dehydration condensation will take place. The process of dehydration condensation will take place. What happens in this, like two monomers combine together to form a polymer and they release water. So from OH, from basically OH from glucose and H from lactose, this basically like this, OH from glucose and H from lactose will be eliminated, minus H2O, and they will form bond between oxygen and air like this. Because this is carbon number 4 and this is carbon number 1. So here, as you can see, the bond will be formed with oxygen and this oxygen will form bond with this carbon. This bond will be formed basically. So how does, like, this bond is formed between carbon number 1 and carbon number 4, and these both are beta sugars. So we'll write beta 1 4 glycosidic linkage. What does that mean? That carbon number 1 and carbon number 4 is used, right? From glucose carbon, this is glucose, right? This is glucose and this is galactose, right? So from glucose, carbon 4 has participated, it has given its OH, and from galactose, the carbon 1 has participated and it has given its H, and they have formed water, and which has been released from this reaction, which is known as dehydration condensation, when two monomers combine together to form a polymer, and there is the realization of the one water molecule. And here the carbon 1 and 4 are involved, and these both are beta sugars. That's why we have written beta 1 4. And the characteristics bond of carbohydrate is known as glycosidic bond. So that's why we have written beta 1 4 glycosidic linkage. So I hope this is clear to you, even though I'm having a diagram for you too, as you can see over here. So you can easily understand by this that here you can say oxygen is there and it is carbon number 1 and carbon number 4, right? So this is basically the lactose, which is your milk sugar. So I hope the concept is clear to you.